That she'll do there, sir. Yeah? Right, put your handbrake on, bring it up. Right, rest your feet. Now, have you any questions before we start? Anything at all? Hmm? Are you sure? Right. Now I'm going to pull you in a lot today. Make sure you don't forget your blind spot over your shoulder. Have you got that? Don't forget to look over your shoulder. And drive lovely and smooth. No heavy braking, anything like that. Give me a lovely smooth drive. You got that?
I should not.
You know you've got to look over your shoulder before
Yes,
you move over.
Yes.
Please don't forget that today, or I'll be giving you more serious faults than anything else. Right.
Okay.
Well, today we're doing a mock test with Chippy. Tell him where you're from, Chippy.
Yeah, I'm from Nigeria.
The Nigerian nightmare. He's got a test booked when?
On the 16th of August.
And he wants an earlier test.
Yes.
I don't think he's ready for test, but he thinks he is, don't you?
I think
You think you are? Well, I think this mock test is going to go pear-shaped, but hopefully he will prove me wrong, and I will give you how much?
You promised £600.
How much?
600.
£600. Tell him what you're going to spend it on.
Since my instructor said that I'm still not ready for the test, and my test mock is still on 16th, although I'm looking for a closer date, I will still be doing some lessons with him so that I will reduce the load that is on my own brother about it.
He comes from good heritage. I taught you. I helped his brother and his brother's wife, didn't I?
Yes.
They both passed first time. Where do you come from?
Newcastle.
Newcastle. I don't know why you don't do it there. Right. Have you any questions before we start? Anything
no
at all?
Question yet.
Just please drive safely. Have you got that? Please, the way I've taught you to. Right. He's only. Tell him how many years you've been driving.
I started driving 2007. 2007. That's when I started driving car.
He's only had 8 hours with me.
10 hours.
10 hours after today, yeah? So we didn't get, we got all the carriageway work done, but we tend to rush it. Right. You're going to be out for 38 to 40 minutes. You got that? You're going to take in various traffic and road conditions. One manoeuvre you practice with your trainer. You're good at beer parking, aren't you?
Yes.
You said you're really good at that. I'll give you that manoeuvre. And might do the emergency stop. And you will be driving independently by way of sat-nav signs. We're going to do signs. Read the signs all right?
Yes.
Good. Throughout the drive, I'd like you to follow the road ahead at all times unless you're directed by signs or markings. I'll ask you to turn, which you will do some good time. Do you understand that?
Okay.
Right. One question for you. How would you check your indicator lights are working before starting a journey?
Indicator lights are working before starting a journey.
Mm-hmm.
When I on the ignition, and I'll check if my indicators that if it's blinking, I will know that it's working.
So you just walk around the car?
Yes.
Good. Right, please prove me wrong and pass this mock test. Have you got that?
Yes.
I wish the very best of luck, sir. Go on, strut your stuff.
Okay.
Please drive safely when you're ready. Now at the end of the road, turn left. Go on, you can do this. There's 601 go waiting for you when you pass, yeah? So at the end of the road, turn left. When it's safe to do so, could you show me how you'd open and close your window? Open and close your window. Minor fault number 1, Chippy goes down to stall, and he actually stalled 3 times by pulling the clutch up far too quickly without any gas on. I don't know how he haven't failed, to be fair. I've had pupils fail for stalling twice in the same spot and holding traffic up. Luckily for you, there was no cars behind. Didn't slow anybody down when you did get out of the junction, so you're getting away with it. But Chippy, gas before clutch, dear me. Minor fault number 2, Chippy, you're inches away from the curb. You're driving in the drains. It's because you're staring too far down the road. It looks like you're looking through a telescope. You need to keep them eyes moving. I had a pupil get a minor fault this of the week, actually, on his driving test. Keep out the trees. Serious fault number 1 for you, Chippy. Chippy, what happens is you come up to the roundabout with your clutch down and it's going uphill and it's slowing right down. And as you go up the roundabout, you haven't got the clutch up, so it's just going to slow right down. What happens is you try to go for second gear and you put it into fourth, then the car starts to chug around because you're in the wrong gear. And then the 2 cars behind you slowed them right down to stop. Then they just, both of them decide to overtake you on the roundabout because it's far too slow. Chippy, on approach to the roundabout, you should have put that into second and brought your clutch up to the driving point a couple of bus lengths back from that roundabout. Then the car is being driven by the engine. Serious fault number 2 for you, Chippy. Chippy, this serious fault is my fault if I've not explained to you that at the roundabout, if your entrance onto the roundabout is positioned to the left, then that normally means you don't give way at the roundabout. Now what happens is you slow right down, hold the traffic up behind, as if you have to give way to the right. But we don't give way because it's positioned to the left and not down the middle. Serious fault number 3 for you, Chippy. This fault is the second most commonest fault in UK, changing lanes, changing use of mirrors, changing direction. Chippy, all he had to do was look in the door mirror. If it wasn't safe, just go back round the roundabout. You can't get wrong. You're going to get wrong off the examiner for doing this, just cutting across and then looking in the mirror. Dangerous, young man, if there'd been a car or a motorbike there. Serious fault number 4 for you, Chippy. Chippy, you must be getting flustered because you've shoved it in reverse gear. Now the examiner will just let the fault happen and then duel you and give you a dangerous fault for it. I had this for a pupil the other week, Shabanka, for Indian guy, sitting at the traffic lights. He had handbrake neutral, lights changed to green. Instead of putting it in reverse, he shoved it in reverse gear, rammed it in. It's really hard to get in. As he started to move, as he started to pull off, the examiner duelled him. The examiner waited to commit the fault and then duel him, give him a dangerous fault for it. You only had a couple of driving faults on the sheet. You've got me a bag of nerves, so I just told you it was in reverse gear. Because if I'd let you go, I would have had to stamp on the brake. Hopefully it didn't reverse in the car behind.
That's reverse gear. Let's reverse that.
I've missed it.
You've come the right way, you just didn't do it safely, that's all.
Huh?
You've come the correct way, you just didn't do it safely. Spennymoor Town Centre. Okay. Spennymoor Town Centre. Spennymoor Town Centre. Spennymoor. It's right fourth exit. Just gone off road, but don't worry about it.
Serious fault number 5, Chippy. It's use of mirrors again, Chippy. I don't know what you're doing keeping to the right. You should be keeping to the left, but there's no mirror checks to go over. It could have been anybody come down the left-hand side of you. You didn't know because there's no mirror work coming off the roundabout. The examiner wouldn't record this again because he's already marked this as a serious fault. But I just thought I'd put it in. Just hopefully you'll learn from it. Serious fault number 6 for you, Chippy. Chippy, this is the number 1 fault in the UK for failing driving tests and goes down to observations. This picture doesn't look so bad, but you were on top of this roundabout before you looked to the right. You're probably at the giveaway lines. You're doing 20 miles an hour, This caught you right. Luckily for you, it was turn left. Had it been indicating right, I would have had to do the emergency stop to stop at these giveaway lines to stop us from crashing the car. So if you'd scanned down the left-hand side of the road, you would have seen a sign telling you that there was a mini roundabout ahead.
Now at the roundabout, turn left. Can you see where it says CAF 22?
22.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can you turn left into there? Next left. Could you drive it into one of these bays for us on the right hand side?
Okay. So with front or back?
Drive forward in front. Thank you, that'll do for me. Reverse the back out to the right.
To the right?
Reverse the car that way. Back of the car wants to go that way. Then just drive around that way. And then can you just pull up on the left for me? Not on the double yellow lines. Just go where the curb is, look.
Yeah.
No, where the curb is. That'll do, you're still there. Right, how do you think you've done?
I should go for it.
No, how do you think you've done? Do you think you've passed or failed though?
I don't know, the one that is minor fault and the one that is mighty fault.
Hmm?
I know I have faults that I did.
No, I don't know where to start, really don't. Right, first serious fault.
5.
More, first, number one. You come off the roundabout and slow, you're in the clutch down in the wrong gear and you slowed all the cars down behind on the roundabout, yeah? So that was a serious fault. Your timing's out on it, on approach to roundabouts, yeah? Next one, I told you, didn't I? Yeah? You know, I wish you lot would listen, but you never listen. You can tell your brother you can't look for an early test, you can't do that test. I'll get shot. Right, we'll come to this roundabout here. We didn't have to give way at the roundabout. You stopped, nearly stopped the car, and there was a car really close behind. And then you overtook. You're on the further up here because it was just far too slow. So you held all the traffic up again. You shoved it in reverse gear at a roundabout. Can you remember? You don't remember? This roundabout here, you got 2 serious faults here. You went over to the right and then you shot over to the left at the last second. Should have just gone round that way, it was safer. The guy behind was in the left lane. Then when you got here, you put it in reverse gear. I had to tell you it was in reverse, because you would have reversed back into that car. And then the next one, there was that was with the mirrors. There was no mirrors again. In the last one, you come to a mini roundabout, you didn't even see it. There. What does that sign say?
They said buses.
Buses only. Right, so which lane do we go to then? Which lane? So we're coming down the road here. Which lane should we be in? We should be keeping to the
Left.
right. Well, you went down. And then what did you do?
That was,
Yeah. Yeah, did you check your mirrors to see if there's anything
Yes.
coming down there?
Yes.
No, you didn't.
I checked. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, they've got it on video, so there's no lying. So you could have crossed there with no mirror checks, yeah? And the last one, we'll come to a mini roundabout and you didn't even see it. You were very, very lucky. It was just straight ahead. You were very lucky this car was indicating left. You come up here, I was ready to duel you, yeah? You didn't see the roundabout until the very last second. Had that car been turned right, I would have had to jump on the brake.